we have a question here that I think is an interesting question because I came up with the question earlier this afternoon and I can't figure out an answer for it. So if you're watching, we would appreciate you chiming in as with your opinion as well. This is the deepest backfield at the University of Tennessee since when? And I think there's many factors involved in this answer. Number one, people could say, well, Jalen Hurd, Alvin Kamara, John Kelly Jr., 3 NFL players. That's only 3. We have 5 people right now that legit could end up in the league someday. I don't see how they can keep Deshaun Bishop and Cam Selton off the field. They're going to get them the ball somehow. You remember years ago, and I hate to bring up Florida in this, but by the way, their spring game was not impressive. On
Their spring
Thursday
game
night
was horrendous.
But you remember how they used Percy Harvin? And he was just all over the field. He'd line up in the backfield, line up at receiver. I envision that for Cam Selton in the future, except Cam is like way bigger than Percy Harvin. But we'll talk about that in a minute. But they can't keep the ball out of their hands if they're going to continue to perform like they are right now. And they're just going to get better because they've got 6 months, or not that long, 4 months until kickoff. So they're just going to get better. During the game, I tweeted out that Deshaun Bishop's vision is fantastic. He has great vision. And, Heupel echoed those words in his post-game press conference. Those guys are going to see the field. If you got playmakers, you got to get them the ball. And Tennessee has playmakers all over the field. How in the world they're going to get the ball to all these guys? I don't know. But that is a wonderful problem to have. What would be your answer to this question? Because I still don't know my answer.
It's going to be a long time, and this group might achieve it. I think, honestly, the group of Dylan Sampson and the 2 freshman running backs we saw today, give them 2 years of college speed and strength programs, putting on mass. I think they could potentially get to the place of being maybe the best that we've ever had. But until somebody physically does it, the backfield that had Travis Henry, Travis Stevens, and Jamal Lewis, I mean, that's just a freak show. There's
absolutely.
I mean, there might. It's been a long time. Alabama had a group a few years ago, but it's been a long time since there's been a group that big, that strong, that fast, who all could change a game by themselves on one team.
And John said the cobweb years. So, I mean, here's my take on that. I think you're exactly right. There's no doubt the group of Lewis, Henry, and Stevens would be better than this group. But once again, that's 3, and we're talking about a group of 5. That's what makes this more difficult for me, is because none of the guys individually are as good as any of Henry, Stevens, or Lewis. None of them.
Mm-hmm.
But you have 5 guys who are all pretty good. I mean, like they're all good backs. And so when you try to, it's like a quality versus quantity situation here. We got 5 guys that are all well above average.
And again, you keep saying 5. I'm telling you, when he's healthy, Khalifa Keith is going to be right there in the mix. There's going to be 6.
Yeah. So, I mean, when you look at that quantity, it's hard to say this isn't one of the deepest backfields we've had since Henry and Stevens. But there's not a one guy that is like a Jamal Lewis or one guy that's like a Travis Stevens, that kind of thing. So it's a really tough question to answer. I don't know my answer, really. I mean, I don't, because once again, it's quality versus quantity. And so if you want to go deepest, and if it's just quantity, then man, who knows how far back we can go. But if you want to go quality, then you would have to stop probably at 2016 with Kamara, Hurd, and John Kelly Jr. Because the quality of that backfield was probably better than this one, but the quantity of this one, not in my lifetime. I don't remember having 6 different backs back there that were like, how are we going to get all these dudes the ball? I mean, it's incredible. So for all of you watching right now, our question of the day is: this is the deepest backfield since when? And if you're just joining us, I brought up the fact that it's a difficult situation, difficult question, because it's a quantity versus quality kind of thing right now. We fully understand that none of the backs that we have right now are anywhere, in the same echelon yet as like a Henry, a Travis Henry, Travis Stevens, Jamal Lewis kind of situation. But I just mentioned 3 guys in one backfield, and we have 5 to 6 now that we could throw out there and really not lose. That's I guess that's a good way of saying it. We could put 5 guys on the field this spring right now, and there wouldn't be that much of a drop off in any of them. And that's saying a lot. And so this is the deepest backfield since, and we'd love to get y'all's answers on that.